last time I talked about being confused with Cross, and you know, the new blasters, Heat. I almost said Heat War. Isn't that a Pokemon? The new Heat blasters, and then, you know, the Magma Gauntlets, and being confused about, you know, which is which in the heat of the moment and all that. We're taking it to the next level, where we're going random into morph, and then just hoping that it works out, and seeing what happens. Now, what's interesting is that I thought that it takes the first weapon that you use, but correct me if I'm wrong, Sentinel's first weapon in his weapon slot is hammer, not guitar. So I wonder if maybe random mixes that up, or if... Are they a bot? They are a bot. Or if I was just incorrect in assuming that, but... Either way, that was a confusing start. Something that's really shocking, and honestly the most confusing thing out of all, is that it's only 1:30 a.m. right now. I know. So that means I'll probably be recording videos for the next like 2 hours. So if you're seeing a video like come out 2 weeks from now, more likely than not it was recorded like right now. Because I'm just alright, what am I? What am I? I'm a sword, I'm a guitarist, and I'm a bow. Alright, good to know. I apparently like dodged that or something. I thought I got hit, but I'm very confused. Okay. But we're gonna roll with it and then hope that we understand what's going on, at least at some point. If I can understand what's going on at one point in one single match in this video, then we'll call that a success. We will call that a success. I don't know what other people think about this game mode yet, because this is the first day it's come out, and again, by the time this comes out, it's gonna be a different universe. We might even be in it might even be next year. We're gonna be in 2030. But I think that general consensus is most likely that people think it's cool, because it's just like cool. I'm not sure if they're AFK, I just leaked something. Now you know that Remy plays Bloons Monkey City, so I hope you're okay with that. Because I'm not. Because it means that he's getting ahead of me, and I started before him. So, it's not a good sign. If you really want the cheat code to know which videos were recorded in which session, like anybody cares, but the TLDR of it, I say TLDR like it's not a one-sentence explanation to begin with, but the TLDR of it is name same. Okay, the TLDR of it is if my name is the same, it's the same session, because I change my name like every day. Oh, okay, so this is interesting. So maybe random does actually mix things up, because I was unable to select orb. But then this person's on orb, so I don't know. Maybe you can choose which ones. All right, they DC'd, so let's just see. Can you choose which of the two it picks? Can I like? Oh, okay. Well, in that case, ignore what I said in the first video. I'm sure I already have comments explaining that to me, but I am just a dweebus, and I was unaware of that. So that's good to know. Alright, well, it's a good thing I definitely read the explanation of the game mode, for sure. I did a lot of reading to prep for these videos. It's very clear. Alright, what do I got? I got these three. Okay. They're AFK. This is such a good lineup. Please, please, please. Okay, nice. I feel good about this lineup, because I can get like a nice, you know, nice orb string and switch into the scythe and... No. No. Why? Oh no! Now that I'm armed with this knowledge, I'm so tempted to just like select 3 legends that I think will really go nice and, you know, peachy keen with each other. I don't think that's the right use of that phrase, but I gotta stick to my guns. I hate that I don't hate it, but I realize I say things like heat of the moment when I'm playing like a hot character, or like stick to my guns as I'm using blasters, and people will point it out and I'll be like, oh yeah, that intentional. None of this is intentional, but I gotta stick to my guns. I said I was gonna play random, so I gotta play random. Okay, I got guns, gauntlets, cannon. Good to know. Someone, you know, if nobody's gonna do it, I'm gonna make a mod where like every time you do this, it just plays like a full song, And like by the time you're at the end of the match, you just have 12 songs going on at once. And it's all Call Me Maybe. Every single one. You know what, I'm gonna... Yeah. Yeah. Which is what I do a lot, you know. A lot of the times I'm just thinking, and then I'm like, you know what, yeah. This is wild. This is wild. Like, I'm sure there's some lab monsters out there that have like gotten very consistent 0 to deaths already like planned out and executed on human opponents. I just like mashing buttons, really, when you think about it. Because, or maybe I'm not thinking about it. Maybe that's my issue. Maybe that's been my issue this whole time, is I haven't been thinking about it. I wonder if there's any, like... I was gonna say combo breaking things with this, but it's not like it gives you invuln or anything like that, but... I really am just, like, mashing my throw button every time I get a hit, and not even thinking about, like, the combos that I already have. Except for that, but I did try to use that one. Might have not mashed fast enough, which I know, I shouldn't admit. It's a scary thing to be admitting, but I may not have pressed my button quick enough. I may have dodged straight into the line of fire, but again, thinking, not necessarily the strong suit here. We're all in agreement with that one. So, like, how are you supposed to react? The answer is you don't. Because you can, like, mask the startup of your animations with, like, this. Like, you didn't see that neutral light. Like, which move am I doing next? Like, you did not think it was that one. Because I didn't think it was that one. I thought it was that one, though. I thought about that one.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
This guy, you know, counts down every single game of Brawlhalla I've played. I've probably played, like, well into, like, thousands of games. But you know what? I never asked his name. I don't even know what legend he plays. What kind of friend am I? He's kind enough to let me know every single time I queue in, you know, when it's starting. Because we all know I don't have the capacity to count for myself. He's kind enough to do it for me. And yet, I don't even know his name. Sometimes you gotta recognize that, you know what? Maybe you haven't been the best person. Oh! Oh! I just thought of something. Alright, ignore everything I just said. I don't care about the announcer. I want to get this combo. I don't care. Everything I just said, I don't care. That's the only thing I want. I just want to get that. I don't know why I did it there, because I knew it wouldn't hit, but I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking of that. No. Sometimes you don't need to. But like sometimes, you know what? I was the problem. I was not the nicest person in that situation. You know, I'm not 100% right all the time. And this is one of those situations where this announcer was kind enough every single time. Really, it's a selfless act. What? I'm way too slow. I saw it coming. I was like, I'm gonna back up. And then for some reason, I was surprised that it hit me. I exclaimed in exasperation. Exasperate. Train. So that's gonna be my new mission. I'm gonna find out the announcer, who it is, and I'm gonna give him a birthday present. After I find... No, that was gonna be a bad joke. I was just gonna say a bad joke. Which is impressive that I would even consider it bad, because we know the quality of things I say around here. That was a bad joke. Can we move on? Can we move on from this? Because my opponent's already moving on from the game. So let's move on. Let's move on from this topic. I'm sorry, that was rude. I didn't mean to say something like that. I'm all sorts of flustered. Okay, it happens to the best of us. Did I just try to do a scythe string in morph? Who am I anymore? I'm dead, apparently. Because I can't... What is happening? I looked away. I looked to get some pretzels and they're on one stalk. I don't know what's happening. And nobody has any answers. Anytime I ask, they just tell me that I'm crazy. Or maybe I am crazy. Well, at least I have pretzels. You can tell I'm getting tired. I'm thinking that maybe I won't record 3 Lone Legends like right now. Like, I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe. You know, just an inkling, just a thought. You see that spot dodge? That was a kingly spot dodge. I stared them down. Alright, let's look at the 3 we got. I got hit early stages, but it was just to get intel. You know, it's all about the intel. I5. What? I didn't say that. That was my mic bug. I have a problem. Let me free myself from these shackles and truly morph into the man I'm meant to be by playing a children's video game. I missed! Okay, it's fine. I missed too. I had so much time to think and process, and then I still missed. Maybe having all that time to think and process is what made me miss. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know much. But what I do know I just wondered how long it would take before I got bored of saying nothing. So evidently I can say nothing for a while and not be bored. But I felt the pain seeping through the screen, so I decided to utter the magical words. I don't know what they were thinking when they added this game mode, but I hope that they have a lot more of these thoughts in the future. And I also really hope that, like, it doesn't go unnoticed and, like, underappreciated, because this game mode is actually insane. And I mentioned this in, like, the video where I played it for the first time, but, I say played it for the first time, like, this isn't the same session, and I'm still playing it for the first time. But, like, this is really cool, and it's something that I never even thought of, like, wanting. Because I've thought of, like, some things, like, you know, having an option to have, like, a party mode and, you know, grow huge, because that's something that they were, like, doing for a while. You know, having custom gravity and turbo sliders, and having your own, like, stat and legend combined creator, like, those are some things that I guess, like, I feel like those are a little more obvious than being able to morph to another legend with the press of a button, and, like, having it be smooth and intuitive and fun, and, like, definitely not necessarily balanced, but that's not really the point. It's just kind of like a fun mode. It's like a fun party mode. It's something I never even thought of. Like, I never thought of this at all, and yet it's something that now I'm so happy is in the game. I'm gonna do it again. That worked the first stock, so I'm gonna do it again. Alright, it's getting to be that time again. I'm thinking of closing it off. What better to close it off than with a heat blast, given that it's one of the characters in this event that has given us this game mode. So we'll just do a little bit of a live commentary, which is not what we've been doing this whole time for sure. Ooh, I'm liking this lineup a lot, actually, because I feel like I can get some, you know, some hits with the orb, swap over to the spear, get some long range, and then I have 2 spiking signatures with one of this. And then, actually I have 3 with this one too, technically. And then I have, obviously, the Ada Boosh. I was gonna say Blast and Boosh, and I said them both, and then I said neither of them properly. But you didn't come here for proper speech or proper gameplay. So honestly, I don't know what you came here for, because I don't know what I came here for. I came here to press morph. So Almost. I really get like the feeling of just so much creativity and like life being poured into this game with this game mode. And it's like, again, it's something that like I didn't know I needed, but is so fun. Like, if you haven't given it a try for yourself, you don't even, like, again, this is the first day of this being out. I don't know anything about like advanced super true combos or anything like that, but I'm just having a blast. Like, every time I get a hit, I switch, and then being in this unique position that I've never been in before, where like I hit an orb dare, or I hit an axe dare, and now I have orb. Like, that's a situation I've never been in before. Or bouncing off someone's head, and then suddenly having an entirely different weapon. I forgot which weapon it was. Axe. At my disposal. It's like, it's not necessarily a breath of fresh air, because I feel like that implies that things are stale. Because I don't think it's necessarily stale, but it's, yeah, it's just really cool. I'm gonna zoom up here. We're gonna go into the stratosphere with that NSIG, and we're gonna call it a night here. Thanks for sticking around through whatever this was. I always have a hard time knowing what to say at the end. I'm not the best at closer or goodbye, so I'll leave you with a little glitch, which is really interesting. And that's if you have the Ben 10, and you use the glitch to have two different character models at the same time. Now you have the Heat guy on the Diamond guy. There's also this. And now he has 6 arms.